When you slam the palm of your hand into this honey locust tree, it will hurt. When you slam the palm of your hand into these items, it will still hurt because of the thorns from the honey locust tree. When your hand heals, you can make this craft for your tabletop role-playing game. Find out how on today's installment of
Dungeons and Coffee!
Welcome one and all to the craft room. Here you've got cardboard, sticks, thorns, and a rock. The rock is optional, as you'll see later. Okay, so place these pieces where you see fit. Use your imagination. Construction sand is what I'm using here on this particular project. My last craft project was rather bright with a lot of green. I want this to be very dull, very dark and dismal. I'm going to put a little more sand here and there on the outlying areas of the swamp itself. So again, this is all going to be according to taste. There's no wrong way to do it. And voila, let her dry. And here we're just adding some more greens, some more colors, so it'll show through the swamp once we put the water in. Now I'm painting the worn stumps. These are what I used the thorns for, as you probably guessed. If I could do this over, I would have used some fatter thorns. Here I'm doing a little dry brushing just to give it some texture and some depth, as you can see. And here's, once the Mod Podge is on there, I poked some holes down in there and made some indentions so that it would not be level on the bottom. I used a hot hair dryer to dry it quickly so I'd get those cracks in there. And once that shines up, it looks really good. Here's the weeds up close. You can see how I did the weeds. Throw some weeds on there. I was going to use lily pads here. As you can see, I'm cutting them. I changed my mind. I wanted this swamp to be very dead and dismal. No lily pads. Very little sign of life. Ah, remember the rock? Remember the rock? Here's where it's coming in. We've got some colors here, and we're going to have some, like a glowing meteor that's landed in the swamp or something to that effect. And when you're done painting it, it looks like this. And just a little optional eyepiece there to give it some interest. And there's some figs for scale. Figs. Some people call them miniatures. I call them figs. And there's another view so you can see what it looks like once you get everything on there. And again, here's a little angle so you can see some color. Just to give you an idea what you got there. And another view. My goodness, when does it end? A little ambiance there with some lighting. Thanks for watching episode 35 of Dungeons and Coffee. Remember, keep your books off the table and keep reaching for the dice. Remember Legend with Tom Cruise when he was going through the swamp and the swamp hag tried to eat him? Meg. Remember her? I'm Meg. You don't really plan to eat me, do you? Oh, indeed I do!